Hi guys, it's Airstuff FPV here with another FPV narration video of a home-built UAV I call the Silver Eagle. After flying at 8 to 9 kilometer distances, I've managed to break the 10 kilometer barrier while following a line between water and land, with video link being the reason for the failsafe. So before the main flight video, I'd like to provide you guys an electrical overview of the aircraft and the modifications I did on my transmitter and goggles for increased range. So let's start out with the overview. Everything is powered by the flight battery, which is a 4S 5 Ah LiPo battery. And I have included a separate dual BEC system that taps out from the main battery and powers an onboard DVR module, and the other one powers a Mobius HD camera, which is velcroed on the pan servo, which is not active because it sometimes bugs out the whole flight controller, so there could be a potential amperage issue. The Narrated radio I use has a 2.4 GHz Yagi antenna with 11 decibels of gains, which is powerful enough to push an X8R receiver beyond 7 kilometers with solid RSSI signals. My EV800D goggles from Ishin are equipped with a self-made 11-turn helical antenna for long range and a pagoda antenna for all aspect medium range FPV flying. So here's the FPV and HD both on screen, and you guys can see that I did a manual hand launch because I haven't configured the INF auto launch option yet. But until then, it's going to be a less comfortable hand launch than a very comfortable INF auto launch. So being at 2.5 kilometers out and counting, I'm finished with climbing and with my cruise heading and made myself ready for the long range cruise. Throttle is at approximately 50 to 55% and amperage is between 4.5 and 5 amps, maintaining the speed of 50 to 55 kilometers per hour. This combines the efficiency to be below 100 milliamp per kilometer, which is quite good when flying into the wind, and being a 1.6 meter wingspan homemade V-tail pusher. One thing you will notice a lot in the flight is the RSSI dropping below 10% but then regaining it back to the 90s or higher. This is because, unlike having a DragLink or any other FPV long range system, is that I have a 2.4 GHz directional antenna with a very narrow beam that I have to point at the plane at all times if I want to maintain my radio signal. Any offset with a few degrees would have a tremendous effect at distances of over 5 kilometers or greater. So here I am at 6.5 kilometers out, and I just have to say that moments like these, when you fly over the water or just follow a ridge line, just enhances the excitement of long-range FPV. The cruise throttle is at 57%, which is 6 amps or just a bit higher than that, and the cruise speed has been approximately 40 to 45 kilometers per hour. The battery, which is a 4S 5000 mAh LiPo, is holding up great, being at approximately 70%. So here's the aircraft at 8 kilometers out and counting. Notice that the RSSI just stays at a solid 99%, even though it's behind a whole village and power lines. This means that the narrow-beamed Yagi antenna is pointed directly at the plane and maintains the solid 99%. So here I am reaching 10 kilometers out, and I got pretty excited, not only for the distance, but because everything stood very solid. The video was still there and the radio, which meant that I could maybe even push it to an 11 kilometer out. But then after reaching the 10 kilometer threshold, the video link started to clutter up and started to struggle immediately. And I have no idea what the reason could be. It could be the video antenna direction with the helical antenna, because the pagoda couldn't reach that. It could be the altitude, but of course I'm not going to fly higher up because there are rules. Or it could be the 10 plus kilometer distance with a harbor and power lines in between on a 5.8 gigahertz video link. So here at this distance of 10.49 kilometers out, which I just count as a 10.5, you can see the aimless bank because I didn't control the plane. I was busy with readjusting my head to regain the video signal. But after not regaining it for a little moment, which felt like eternity, I just flipped the return to home switch. So the pitch oscillation is still a thing. I haven't retuned it yet because the days have been windy and I just want a dead calm day to do the auto tuning. But nonetheless, I'm just letting it slide because I'm soon gonna flash this plane and its flight controller with INAV 6. So after the arrival, I just made a couple of low passes as an act of celebration and then loitered around the home point for clearance and then landed the aircraft. And look who is coming home after a plus 10 kilometer FPV flight. Look who has come home. That is amazing, y'all. Woo! I just did over 10 kilometers. Maybe I hit the 11. I don't know. I lost the video signal. Dang, that's awesome. Let me just come around again. I'm pretty happy with the flight if I have to sum it up. Of course, unlucky by not reaching 11 kilometers because it surely was possible, but I just got unlucky by the video system. So doing an upgrade on the goggles or antennas would solve the problem and would even get me more than 11 or 12 kilometers out. But that's up for the future. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.